Hello students, welcome to class 10th science. Children, I shall be taking physics. This is my very first video with you for you. Okay, I shall be starting with first chapter of physics called light, reflection and refraction. Before starting the topic, it is very important for you that these things are going to be really beneficial for you if you prepare the notes side by side and practice all ray diagrams and all, learn all formulae and all. So please be careful as far as these videos are concerned. They will be very helpful. They will be helping you a lot as far as physics is concerned. But you need to practice and prepare the notes side by side. So let us start with the proceedings of this video, right? By the concept called reflection. Children, I must tell you, the light are basically the light rays I am talking about. They are electromagnetic waves. I quote some examples of electromagnetic waves. You are familiar. You must have heard about what are called ultraviolet rays, X-rays, gamma rays, radio waves. All these are the examples of electromagnetic waves. Alright? From the sun is the source, ultimate source of light for us, all of us. Children, these are the light rays. They are basically electromagnetic rays or waves. So let us start with the concept called reflection by the simple definition of reflection. Children, reflection is basically the bouncing back of anything is called reflection. As far as the rays are concerned, the bouncing back of light from a smooth and polished surface is called reflection. That smooth and polished surface is called in our life mirror. There are various types of mirrors we are going to discuss. This is supposed to be the plane mirror. These two mirrors I have already drawn in the picture. This is an example of concave mirror. This is an example of convex mirror. But let us focus right now on what is called the reflection by a plane mirror. Children, what is a plane mirror? What is basically a mirror? Rather, I must go by the definition of mirror. Everybody uses the mirror at the homes just for the sake of, you see your image. Every day we see our images in our houses. We have got plane mirrors. What is a mirror? Mirror is basically a piece of glass, transparent glass I am talking about. The one side is polished, called polished surface, and the other side becomes reflecting surface. Like we use every day, you see your image. This is supposed to be the reflecting. Consider this. If it is a piece of glass, I polish it from this side. This becomes a plane mirror. All right. You can see your face from here. So children, this is the symbol we shall be using for plane mirror. The reflecting surface, this is the polished one. Now, this line called OM is going to be the normal. Normal means you are familiar. Normal means the whole angle becomes 90 degrees. So this line is supposed to be the normal to the mirror, for the mirror. This is incident ray, this is the reflected ray. The ray is coming and will hit the mirror at this point and will be reflected in this manner. This angle called I, which is the angle in between incident ray and normal, is called angle of incidence, and this angle called R, the angle between the normal and the reflected ray, is called angle of reflection. Children, this diagram is basically for the reflection of light by plane mirror. Now let us come to another important thing, what is called the rules of reflection, normal reflection, or popularly called the laws of reflection. See, I have already written, there are two world famous rules of reflection. Rule number one is the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal, or you can say the normal OM, the incident ray OA, and the reflected ray OB. They will always lie in the same plane. Now children, what is the meaning of plane? You have come in 10th standard, you must know what is the meaning of the plane. See children, the whole wall here, it is one plane. This is another wall called another plane. So always remember the meaning of plane means this roof is another plane, an example of a plane. This wall is another example of plane. Alright? So remember the first rule of reflection says that the three things, incident ray, normal and the reflected ray, they always lie in the same plane. Let us come to rule number 2 now. Rule number 2 says these two angles are always equal to each other. What is called the angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. These are the two basic rules, right? This question can come in the examination. This is important. So you do prepare your notes and learn. Now let us come to another types of mirrors called spherical mirrors. Children, can you tell me, I ask a simple question, what is the meaning of spherical mirror? Sphere, what is the meaning of sphere? Children, sphere is basically a three-dimensional picture. I have already made it for you. Now, these are the two spheres. If you cut any sphere from here, see, take this point to be A, this point to be B, let it be A, let it be B. I am cutting this sphere from here, A, B. I have made this section here. Children, I have got two options. For example, if you consider this my hand is like the portion I have already made AB, right? Now I shall be having two options. Option number 1, if I polish it from this side, reflecting surface will become this one, cavity 1, the depressed portion will be the reflecting side. So you can see your face from this side. This is going to be one type of mirror called concave mirror in physics. I have already made. If you polish it from outside, this will become the reflecting surface. This is basically called, I should write for you, concave mirror. Option number 2. If I polish my this hand from this side will become a reflecting surface. This side, the elevated side will become the reflecting surface. This is the case of this mirror called convex mirror. Convex mirror. Children, as far as these two mirrors are concerned, I give you simple activity to perform right today itself at your home. Just take a spoon, the normal spoon I am talking about. It should be the new one, right? The spoon is like that. The spoon is like that. You just hold the spoon in this manner in your hand. If you see your face from this side, this is going to be the concave mirror, and if you see your face from this side, this is going to be the convex mirror for you. So kindly perform this activity, this experiment today itself. Right, you will be able to clearly distinguish in between these two types of mirrors. Another important thing, another important question might be coming to your mind. This mirror I have made as it is, but this mirror I should make this mirror as this mirror in this manner. Children, there is a problem in making this mirror in this manner. What is that problem? Remember, I asked a simple question. What is the basic importance of mirrors and lenses in our life? I will give the answer. The mirrors and the lenses in our life, they are basically used for the formation of images. For the formation of images, I repeat. Now, just tell me, there is a tradition maintained in physics that the ray must travel from our left to our right. This is my left hand, this is my right hand. So, whenever you make a ray diagram, the ray must travel from my left to my right. Incident ray I am talking about. Now see children, it is going to be the concave mirror. If you take any ray, you will be taking from here. From here. This is my left, this is my right. Left to right. The tradition is followed. Absolutely there is no problem at all. But if you make the convex mirror in this manner, because it is the polished surface and the reflecting surface is this one. So in this event, we have to take the ray from right side to left side, which will be out of the tradition. You cannot say this diagram will not be wrong, but this will go out of the tradition. So therefore, in order to remove this controversy, this problem, if you make this mirror, convex mirror in this manner, Now the problem is automatically sorted out. Whenever you are supposed to make a ray diagram, you have to take incident ray. Incident ray will be like this, like this. This is left side, this is right side. The problem is sorted out. So always remember and learn this. This is very important. Whenever you want to make concave mirror, make in this manner. The polish is here. Whenever you want to make convex mirror, this is going to be the mirror. The polished surface is here. Alright. So make yourself clear. Perform the activity I have told short while before now. Today itself, it will make your concept of spherical mirrors very clear. Alright. Children, let us now come to another important thing. There are important definitions as far as these spherical mirrors are concerned. These definitions are common for both the mirrors. Right? Let us begin with what is called pole. The first definition is called pole. Children, you can see the middle point of the mirror. What is the definition of the pole? In this mirror, concave mirror, this is P is the middle point or the midpoint. In convex mirror, this P is the middle point or the midpoint. So the pole is defined as the middle point or the midpoint of the mirror. Alright. Number 2, center of curvature. Children, this is important. Both the mirrors, whether it is concave mirror or a convex mirror, are the part of one sphere. See that in these diagrams. This is going to be the concave mirror, this is going to be the convex mirror. These two mirrors are the part of the sphere. C is the point, represents the center of the sphere. So remember, I have made as it is, C is here, C is here. So this is called the center of curvature. So C is the center of curvature, is defined as the center of that sphere of which the mirror is the part. Another thing is principal axis. Let us see principal axis, the straight line which passes through 2 points. Remember, it must pass through P and C. For our convenience, it can be extended to any extent, maybe in this region or maybe in this region. This line is called principal axis. In this, as far as the case of convex mirror is concerned, I have already drawn. Let us come to the definition of what is called radius of curvature, PC. Children, PC represents the radius of curvature called R. PC is the radius of curvature called R. It is very clear that this is the radius of that sphere of which the mirror is the part, original part. This is going to be the original part called R. Now, let us come to another definition called aperture. Aperture, see my hand, children. This is supposed to be one spherical mirror, maybe convex, maybe concave. See this distance, I am making it large, I am enlarging it, the aperture is increasing, the aperture is decreasing. So what should be the definition of aperture? The diameter of the mirror, spherical mirror, is basically defined as the aperture of a spherical mirror. Alright, let us now come to what is called principal focus and focal length. See, these definitions are really different for these two types of mirrors. Children, before discussing these, before going to these definitions, I ask a simple question. Can you tell me how many types of images are over there? Answer: 2 types of images. The one is real image and the other one is virtual image. Alright? Children, this is our very first video. I hope the concepts are very clear to you. You please start serious preparations for your boards examinations. Start doing the notes, start making the notes, right? The rest of the things will be covered in next video and all. Alright? Thank you very much and God bless you.